Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back on this Monday. We want to give you the very latest on our first alert weather days for Thursday and Friday. Yes, it's only Monday, but we are your first alert team bringing you the details ahead of the storm. So here's what we're looking at. This is the American model. I'm going to walk you through the latest hour-by-hour forecast. Starting Wednesday, we'll see some rain and some thunderstorms across portions of the Red River Valley, and that continues through the afternoon as well. Then heading into Thursday is when we start to see the primary impacts and the start of those travel impacts the first day of your first alert weather day. So we'll start out with some areas of rain south and east, some mix in the areas in pink here. Blue is snow, and all of this tracks to the east into Thursday afternoon. And watch, we'll see some areas of dark blue and even some purple. That indicates areas of heavy snow. So travel impacts are looking increasingly likely with this system. There's the center of the low pressure, and it's on the back side of that where we see the most areas of that heavy snow, and that continues right on through Friday as well. Here's the areas of greatest impact from the American model across northern Minnesota. These areas shaded in the silvery white color through the northern valley, back through the James River Valley, and into the central Dakotas. Meanwhile, the American model has a very similar track. That's why our confidence is increasing with impacts from this storm. Here's the greatest impacts highlighted from the European model. Northeastern North Dakota stretching back through the James River Valley and into the central Dakotas, and a little bit still in northern Minnesota. Giving you that first alert heads up to maybe dig out the shovel or make sure the snowblower is in working order. Right now in Fargo, we have been starting our week off on a chilly note, 32 degrees. That's the warmest we've been all day. Feels like 23 though. Wind is out of the east at 11 miles per hour. 34 right now in Moorhead and in Detroit Lakes, Wadena and Fergus Falls also at 34. Meanwhile, 31 in Grand Forks and Thief River Falls, 27 in Langdon and Devil's Lake, only 24 out in Minot. Satellite and radar showing a little bit of light snow, mostly cloudy across northern Minnesota, but we've seen some snow showers in the southern valley. You can see those are lifting up towards Fargo. So within the next hour or two, likely seeing some light snow. And I was just looking at our sky cam in Devil's Lake. Maybe a few flakes coming down, but hard to see on our camera. So if you've got a report, we'd love to hear it from you. Your hour-by-hour forecast for tonight continues to show that snow tracking to the north and east, potentially a couple of raindrops or a little bit of mixing in, as temperatures for some of us will actually be rising tonight as a southerly wind picks up, bringing in some warmer air, some gusts over 25 to perhaps 30 miles per hour by tomorrow morning. Temperatures to start your Tuesday in the 20s and 30s. Then into your Tuesday afternoon, if you're heading out to the polls to cast your vote on Election Day, we will have some light rain showers, mostly east of the Red River, and that gusty breeze out of the south as well. So bring the rain jacket along as you're getting ready to go out and cast your vote. Those showers exit to the east by your evening hours, but we stay cloudy. Temperatures will be a little warmer than today in the 30s and some 40s. Here's a look at tomorrow afternoon, a snapshot of your hometown forecast. Let's put it all together for you. Still a busy forecast ahead. Thunder, rain, snow Wednesday, snow and blowing snow. Significant travel impacts likely for Thursday and Friday. And then Bobby, look at those temperatures. Below zero mornings.
Yes.
By this weekend.
Get ready to bundle up and maybe buy a couple of sweatshirts or even some more hoodies or something that I will probably need for this winter.
Some hand warmers for the hunters if you didn't get your deer this weekend.
Yep. Summer. Great advice.